I remember being a college student at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, sitting on my bed one afternoon in my apartment. The Bible was open up to the Gospel of Luke, and I remember reading in chapter 10, talking about the disciples being sent out two by two. And when they were sent out, that they were going to the places before Jesus was supposed to go there. There was something that happened to me after I read those words that I was just shocked and appalled, like, wait, what? Let me read this again. So I go back, I read it again. The words are still the same. I read it again, and I was like, wait, we're supposed to go tell people about this? Like, this is something, like, we're supposed to proclaim daily. And I just remember being overcome with an urgency to go and share the gospel. God began to do something in my heart that semester as I met international students from China and from Israel to really be intentional about the gospel with them. I didn't know at the time that God was preparing my heart for Go Now. In 2003, I served in Thailand. In 2004, I served in East Asia. I remember while I was in East Asia, we were backpacking in the foothills of these mountains. The mountains are huge. I remember walking up to this mountain and seeing a Buddhist temple carved into it. Buddha was in there. People walked up there, put incense, gave a food offering. And also there was a mix of animism here. So they would worship the mountain, but they would also give to Buddha. I remember standing at the foot of this huge mountain. It was majestic. It was beautiful. And just thinking, wow, this is great. Like, it is huge. It is amazing. Like, but they're missing it. There's something greater. There's something that created this. There's something that's more majestic and more glorious. And what I realized is, like, this is where I belong. Sharing this truth. Going to tell people who have never heard. Sharing to the people next to me. Sharing to the people over here. God rose up an urgency in me at this time in college, and I could not stop sharing the gospel. It was about what Jesus was doing. It was about his name being proclaimed. It really had nothing to do with me. I felt like I didn't know anything when I first went with Go Now, but I got to learn something amazing about our God. I got to learn about myself. I got to learn about how to work with other people who are completely different than me. I got to learn about how our glorious God works in a place, in a country, and among a people whose language I cannot even understand, but that he understands completely. My prayers for college students is just to seek the face of God, that you would ask for an urgency for the gospel, not only to go and do missions, but to live missionally on your campus. So my prayer is for urgency, that you would go, that you would do what the King has asked you to do, just to go out and proclaim the truth of who he is.